Okay, welcome everyone to another video for a layout breakdown, first impressions, whatever you want to call it, for the 2024 NXL Lone Star Major. So this is a part of a series that we're doing here. So if you haven't watched the other videos, make sure you do that for the snake side and the middle, and also for bounce shots. This one is just going to be looking at the Dorito side. So this way you guys can look around and get some first impressions, just give you some ideas. So thank you to ProEdge for sponsoring this video. Be sure to click the link down in the description down below. Please support those that support the channel. You can get great deals down there. So thank you again to ProEdge, and let's jump into the Dorito side. So I think that you're going to see a lot of this can. I think it's going to be difficult once people start dialing in the shot going out, because it's so far of a run and it doesn't really feel like there's a whole lot that is blocking people. Again, we'll see once we get out to the field. But this can, if you dive out, can at least shoot down a little bit more. You're further down the field, so that arc of the ball is going to be a little bit different. Shooting into that snake might be okay. If they stay low enough, they might still be okay though. So that's not a guaranteed shot. And then you do have this inside shot that's going to be a blind going into that Aztec. So an Aztec member is shorter, so it might be something that you can catch someone off guard. But again, not a guarantee. But maybe you hear someone is trying to wrap, or they're trying to go up the middle, you can throw paint through there. Where this is going to be more helpful is shooting this heads up shot, and then also shooting into the gaps. Now, the gap shots are not going to be great. This first one is a lot better, but you can see you're kind of, if they stay really low, they're probably going to be able to get past. But at least you can maybe keep pressure on this Dorito side. I don't know that it's going to be great to shoot into the gap, so maybe if they get past here, you might want to dive out or come up into a different bunker, move around a little bit. I just don't see it being super useful. Even seeing there was a video that someone posted of like a walkthrough, and it didn't really seem like it was that great. But we'll see. At least if someone's trying to stand kind of tall, maybe you can throw some paint through there to help out. The other can, it gets a little bit better. So into the snake, if they're maybe sitting too tall or something, you can drop some paint into there. You have a blind shot going into that tower, so maybe they're playing a little bit too far back. If you come up to here, you can shoot that deep shot. Then this tower, it's not a guaranteed shot, but you do have a shot onto the inside. Now this one's going to be a little bit better. Of course, you can shoot and keep people out of the Dorito 1, and then Dorito 1 to 2. Where it's going to get kind of hairy, but is good, is keeping them from here. It might be better for you to dive across into the wing. Maybe it's a bigger run actually, now that I'm looking at it, but at least you can keep them from just powering through this side. This isn't going to be a great spot to do that from. I think there's other bunkers that'll do that better, but you do have that option if you do need to help. But actually getting out to the Dorito side, this Dorito 1 has a shot going into the snake. So I remember there was a World Cup, I don't know how many years ago, with the Kings, that I had to like run out, dive out, and then just dump paint through a gap. This might be something that you could do that with. If they're not going to snake off the break and you're able to get out quicker than them and shoot through here, it doesn't really seem like it's a bad, I mean, yes, it is a very far shot, but you at least have eyes that way if they're trying to go that way, and then you can help the team out until someone's able to pick up on that job, and then you can go to work. So this might not be a bad spot that you dive out and then shoot the cross, just because you can see the entrance of the snake so well. Once you do that though, and you're shooting heads up, this is going to be a thread the needle shot, this green one. I don't know how good it'll be, because you have to stand up kind of tall, but again, maybe someone's a little tall on their side. You just want to pop the top real quick. But once you wrap, you have a shot into the wing, which is probably going to be one of the issues. And remember, all these people have the same shots back, so this isn't a guarantee. So going out a little bit more, we have the tower, and then of course you have the can to wrap and shoot into to help you to move out. Now this Dorito 2 looks pretty useless, but you might need to stop here. It depends on how well they're holding those gaps. I kind of feel like if you can bypass it, do it. You're going to have better shots going into that, but you could, you know, shoot through here. Maybe someone's already in the Dorito and you're just following them up to shoot the wide, so that way it stops people from coming out wider. Could be something, but the better shot's definitely coming from the Dorito 3. You have the same line going through into this Aztec and into this wing, into the tower over here, and then once you start wrapping, you have the same line of the tower and or close enough to the Aztec as well, and then also into the can, which is then going to help you if you stay low to dive up. And that's where your touchdown zone is sort of at, is the Dorito 4, Dorito 5. Once you're in the Dorito 4, if they are not completely laid down, you should be able to see their head just fine right there in the snake. You can shoot into the wing. Remember, they have the same shots back. And then on the inside, you're going to be able to clip maybe a pack here. It'll get more difficult for these other two bunkers, for the tower and the little W, but you can at least keep pressure. And then once you are wrapping, you can wrap onto the can. And then once you get into their Dorito 4, that's when you're really going to pick up on a lot of shots. And of course, when you wrap, you can shoot into a lot of different people. So just like the snake, where the snake 4 and 5, the Dorito 4 and 5 are going to be the ones that are where you want to get to. Obviously, you get to their side of the field, shots get easier, but that is what it looks like, at least from first impression. So tell me what you think in the comments down below. Thanks again to ProEdge for sponsoring this video. And as always, remember, watch, learn, win. Thanks.